so much.
Hi guys, here I have the whole team here. On my right, I have Malika ji, Parul on my left, and then Kavita. I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Malika. I was also not born as a cook, but now I do a lot of cooking. So I also learned watching other people cooking, especially my sisters. So I cook all kinds of Indian food, and then my husband is American, so we cook both kinds of food. And samosa is everybody's favorite. It's easy to make. So I'm glad that you're learning. That's good.
Hi, I'm Parul, and I love cooking. It can be any cuisine. It can be any kind of meal, breakfast, any snack. I love cooking and I love eating. So I'm a nutritionist by education. So I like anything which is cooked fresh and nutritious. I love it.
Hi, this is Kavita. I have two 7-year-old in second grade. Cooking is not hobby, but I cook. I learned from my mother and mother-in-law. I'm glad to be here today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having us. We are really excited to demonstrate how to make samosas, and that too on a rainy day like this. It will be like the hot savory that every Indian would likes to enjoy.
And then before you guys start, I just want to interject. I'm Sangeeta, and I actually am very thankful to Samira to agree to do this because Lori asked me if I would do it, and I couldn't do it today. And I have a senior, Amit Modi, at Penn High, and I just wanted to introduce myself because I might do a lot of the talking if they're busy cooking and interject in there. My family's originally from India as well, from Gujarat and Bombay, but I'm born and raised in this country. So I'm sure these guys are the experts with the traditional touch to it, but I'm happy to answer questions just so that if you hear someone in the background, it's going to be me while they cook away. Thanks.
Thank you, Sangeeta. Yeah, it is a nice opportunity that you have given us. It brought all of us together, and we are really excited. So you want us to
Well,
start?
we look forward to getting started. Yes, please.
Okay. So, yeah. So since some of the process takes some longer time, we are going to show, you need to boil 4 potatoes like this.
This is for how many samosas?
Yeah, this is for only like, I think 6 samosas we are making right now. So these are the raw potatoes, and then we boiled it and we peeled it. So these are it. So if you guys can boil the potatoes with us for like 10 minutes while we go through the ingredient list. And also we need to do one more thing. So to make samosas, since we use the tortillas that we have, we need to have like a paste kind of a thing. So please boil some water in a pan. 1 cup of water. And then, oh, you already made the paste, Laurie. That's nice.
I need a little more liquidy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my paste is a
Just
mess.
add a little more water to it. It's fine. It's just a
Yeah, just add a hot water to it, and then you should be fine. So what we did was we put like in a pan boiling water, and then we added the all-purpose flour and mixed it well so that it's not like too thick or not too runny. So as these 2 things like take some time, we are starting with that. And now we will go over the ingredient list and what we have set up and all.
There's a question in the chat. Can you use russet potatoes? Yeah, you can use any potato you have.
Yes, you can use russet potatoes, but here we Okay, here we are using some red potatoes and yellow potatoes, but if you have russet potatoes, they're really good. I like them. Yeah. Okay. After you, it's better to boil these potatoes with the skin on and let that cool. And here, since we are doing it here, we don't have time to do all that, but after you boil this, let that cool off just for a few minutes. And it's a lot easier, that way it won't collect any moisture. So when you mix all these ingredients, and here, these are the boiled potatoes here. And then we added some, you can use the fresh carrots or frozen, doesn't matter, and peas. And here is the other ingredient. This is the curry powder.
We have a mix of the.
We have a mixture of all the curry powder. Okay. And this has coriander seed powder.
Garam masala.
And the garam masala. Garam masala has a lot of spices in it. If you go to Indian store, you can find garam masala in a packet. Or we can tell you what is in garam masala.
No.
Okay. So you add this to your potatoes and all your veggies, and you mash them with a masher. Or if you want to do it by hand, you can mix it with your hand also.
Yeah.
And then
Only until then.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do all these steps and then we show the next one.
Okay.
Yeah, if people haven't pre-boiled, then that's gonna take a little bit of time. So
Yeah.
maybe while that's going on, does anyone have any questions so far? Otherwise, I don't know if you wanna like share some things, Samira, if you guys.
Yeah, actually we are still doing a different process. I want to show that
Okay,
where Kavita and Parul are doing. So once we are all done and then we'll do the. So. That one high. Oh.
It's not hard.
Talk. Okay, so this is the paste we will be using later on to stick the tortilla together when after filling potatoes. And I mean, you will see that, but this is the paste we are making with.
Yeah, white flour, 1 tablespoon of white flour, and maybe 2 or 3 spoon of water. We boil in water, then it should become like a paste.
That's the glue.
This one,
Like this is like an edible glue
yes.
we'll be using later on. Made with all-purpose flour
Yes,
and
or rice flour.
or rice flour, and 2 or 3 teaspoons of water. And the only trick is that avoid making lumps. So stir in one direction, whichever you like clockwise or anti-clockwise, while still it is on the stove. So the lumps wouldn't be there. And if you still get lumps, then you can sieve it. Just pass it through the sieve to get rid of the lumps.
Yes, it should look like a glue, white glue. That's it. Yeah, this is a
Small paste. Yeah,
consistency.
like a paste.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
we put some.
Yeah. So next is
So next step is you take a pan and then have like 2 cups of oil in low flame.
no.
Not yet, right? Wait until. So low flame. So while that is heating up, we are going to prepare the samosas, the stuffing, and this will be ready when we are ready with the samosas.
So just to summarize, we are doing 3 things. One, we are making that paste to glue our tortillas later on. And second thing is we are making in a pan, we are heating oil to deep fry. And the video's gone.
Can you see
Guys,
us?
just
Can you see us?
No, I think someone changed the video share maybe.
Okay, 1 second.
There you go. There
Oh,
you're
it's
back.
coming.
okay,
You're back.
to them, put it to them.
Explain this.
Okay.
Okay, so the third parallel thing we are doing is making stuffing. Finally, we'll just stuff those tortillas. So Malika ji is making stuffing for us.
Can you see that? Okay, now I have this boiled potatoes. I cut them to really small pieces. or you can smash them with your hands if you want to do that. We're cutting really fine. That way, all the spices will be mixed very well with this.
Is everybody can hear her properly? Okay, good.
Okay, I'm just cutting this into. I'm cutting this into small pieces, as small as the carrots that we have here.
So now we have these already pre-cut, boiled and pre-cut in a pan with we use frozen peas and pre-cut you can get it from Ralph or any store, this peas and carrot frozen packet. We use that and steamed it a little bit, and then potatoes. So we have three vegetables we're using, but you can use other stuff like spring onions or bell pepper, spinach, and you can also put corn and sometimes some people like some cheeses, you can put a little bit of cheese also. So you can make it to chicken. Yeah, you can make into fusion with chicken or cheese, any stuffing you like. But normally, India we use potatoes. Yeah. So this is what we are using.
Okay.
So now we wait until everyone is ready at this step. Then we can go to mix the garam masala, salt, and everything.
Next step.
That next step. So if everyone is at this stage, let us know. Okay, over to you, Sangeeta.
Oh, over to me. Okay, this is all impromptu for me. So does anyone have any questions? I know the thing with Indian cooking, and I cook all the time, but I don't cook with recipes and things. Everything does not have to be exact. A lot of Indian cooking actually is done by taste. And one of the things I guess I will share is, I definitely grew up and pretty much in our home, all we have is Indian food and my whole family loves it. There's a lot of variety of Indian food depending on what region of India you're from. So if you're from the southern region, the northern region, and then my family's more from the west, there's always little twists and little different things, but a lot of it is like there's no one way of doing anything. So I know they mentioned nowadays, and as we all become more global, samosas can have a variety of stuffings. I know my son likes one that has paneer, which is like a cheese-based one, and then potato is the most traditional. I've seen mixed vegetables. I've seen chicken samosas, lamb samosas. So as far as traditional samosas go, no, it does not normally have cheese in it, but there's no such thing as that because we've all just evolved globally as to whatever we like. So I don't know, Samira, if you want to add anything from being from where you are in India and so forth.
Yeah, actually Malika ji wants to talk. I'm just asking.
Okay.
So where do I look? Look here? Okay. Okay.
All right, I'm also from India, and actually I grew up in Andhra Pradesh. My whole family lives in Bombay now, and I came from a Muslim background, so I cook Muslim food, and then I cook Muslim food. Then I learned all Andhra Pradesh food because that's entirely different. It's very, very hot. Then we moved to Bombay, and then they don't eat that hot stuff like we eat here, and I learned all the other stuff, Punjabi food, Andhra Pradesh food, Telangana food, and American food because my husband is American. So I love to cook, and I have 2 children, but they're old enough to be on their own. So my house is always, I'm cooking for others, but I'm always in the kitchen. I'm retired and I enjoy cooking very much. And if you have any questions, if Samira is busy, you can ask, you can take the number from her, you can call me, I'll be very happy to help you.
Of course.
Okay.
You're gonna get a lot of phone calls.
That's okay. I want to be busy too.
Yeah, that's really nice. Nice to know and everything. So yeah, for me, I never cooked in my life until I came to US. So when I came here, it was like I was under the impression everything will be ready on the plate, like how I grew up. And it was like a big shock for me when I found out that, oh, we have to buy our own stuff. We have to cook our own
Well,
stuff.
Samira, why don't you share a little bit of like how family life occurs in India, because people may not be familiar with it. When I used to visit India all the time, my cousins would be shocked that like I did my own vacuuming and did my own laundry. And this is actually just part of the culture. It actually works for everyone. This is how, you know, society and life is sustained, with everyone kind of helping each other. So I've heard many women say, whereas I've been cooking since I was young, because you were like forced to learn it. A lot of people that come, you know, from India after marriage especially will say, oh my God, I never had to lift a finger before. So yeah.
Yeah, some from where I came from, like I came from a very big family. So in the house, there were like 28 people. It's a very, like my uncles, aunts, they have like, each one has like at least 3 to 4 kids, and all of us lived on under the same roof. And it's like, when you grow up with such a big family, by default, everyone is so adjusting and you know, like how to handle different people in life, early in life, right? So, and we had like a lot of help, and everyone used to do their own jobs, work outside, and still at home they used to do everything. But for kids, they never made us work as much as my parents or uncles and aunts worked. They would always say, you just study. And then we all were like into like, at least out of my 14 cousins, like 12 were engineers and 2 were doctors. So all of them were into into education. So we never learned how to cook and all. But when I came here, it was a big shock for me, like that I have to learn. But I always had the passion to do it. It's just that I never had the opportunity back in India. So when I came here, I had like more freedom, and I can do whatever I want to do. So I failed miserably, because one day when I was pregnant with 6 months, I started making these rotis, and I didn't know, and I put one roti over the other, and all of them mixed together, and I started crying because during your pregnancy, your hormone levels are high, and then you work for 2 hours, and end of the day there is no food on the table, and all those things were like learning lessons for me. And there were some people who encouraged me to learn when I failed, and I always owe it to them. And I took it as a challenge for my daughter's first birthday, because some people used to just sarcastically say, oh, you don't know how to cook, you don't know how to make tea. And I wanted to prove them that I can do it. So for my daughter's first birthday, I cooked for 70 people single-handedly. And that was a challenge I put on myself, and I learned a lot during that time. So it was a nice.
And maybe tell them, well, so roti is like the Indian bread. So it's like the tortilla. It's what you would actually eat with the vegetables after you cook your curry, whatever, you know, vegetables, whatever you have, basically. Roti is what you would eat with it. So it's like a tortilla. Just think of it that way if you don't know what a roti, you know, is. And that's like staple for just about every day in Indian cooking.
Are we at next step?
Not yet. They're not ready.
Okay. Okay, so I will entertain you guys in the meantime. We all are at the same step. Okay, so I'm a nutritionist. I never practiced nutrition after coming to US from last 20 years. But back in India, my first job was as a dietitian in a renal ward where it's like all the kidney patients come. So I worked in hospitals, and then India was not very much into weight management that time. So I worked with one of the first weight management company in India, because Indian normally very less packaged food was available that time. So they would cook, and you know, the portion size was small. So obesity was very less, right? So weight management business was not there. So I worked as a dietitian for that. Then I came to US, never practiced nutrition, but I stick to my cooking. At least for my family, I stick to fresh and nutritious food while enjoying all these samosas. Still, you can stay lean and healthy. So I try to work with this myth that you have to diet, you have to go hungry, you have to go low carb, low fat food to stay healthy and lean. So that's what I work unofficially at. So I like samosas. They are fried, but yeah, still they are good. You can eat it. You can still stay healthy. Yes.
That's nice.
Great. You know, and I was gonna add, oh, sorry, I see a raised hand. I thought that was for a question, but I understand everybody was asked to raise their hand when they're at their next step. No problem. Also, the one thing I was gonna add, you know, because I do believe in moderation, just like Farrell said, like enjoy a little bit of whatever you enjoy. But another thing that you can do with Indian food is bake it. I actually bake my samosas, you know, so as long as it's like a tortilla, especially, you can bake it. You know, if it's like raw flour, then you have to do it a little longer, but you can actually bake it as well. I bake it in the oven for like 400 degrees for about 20-25 minutes. So that's one option.
Yeah, after brushing it with little oil, it really comes out very good.
Yes. And nowadays we have air fryers. So I
Yeah.
actually cooked ahead of time because I wanted to make sure I was able to chat today versus, you know, trying to cook and try to talk. So I made mine ahead of time and I actually did mine in the air fryer. So it tastes just as good without the oil as well.
That's awesome. Awesome.
It's very good.
I think we are at the next step, like few people raise their hand. And
Okay. Next step.
wait, let me turn this around. It's I can't see what I'm showing. Okay.
Okay. Next step, we are going to mix coriander. We have right now potatoes, peas, and carrot, now coriander and some chili. How spicy you want. Yeah, cut them into small pieces. And some lemon. And the powder, all the garam masala powder. 1 spoon. And salt. And salt.
So we are going to repeat one more time, just so you guys are ready with it. So you mash the potatoes, you have it in your bowl, and then you add carrots, peas, coriander leaves, that is cilantro, green chilies, salt, and garam masala, and then some lemon. And we are mixing it up. We generally do it with hand, the traditional way. We are doing it with the spoon now. Okay, let me show you when we do this by hand, how we do it. We want to make sure that all ingredients mix very well. That way, the taste is going to be even in the masala.
And if your these potatoes are not cooked completely, but if your potatoes are very soft, you can go as smooth as you want. You can just put a little bit pressure, make it all like a smooth ball also.
Or potato can be smashed separately before you mix with everything else. If it didn't boil well.
And Malika Ji is showing that not only obviously when you're cooking, you're eating with hands, but Indian food, honestly, in my opinion, is enjoyed the most when you eat it with your hands.
Yes.
There is almost no better way to eat the food than with your hands.
That's right. It tastes much better.
Yes.
And if the potatoes are little, I mean, if you feel the potatoes are not cooked properly, I mean, they're little still left, that's okay, because when you're gonna fry, they're gonna cook. I mean, not too much raw potato, but a little bit. If you see that little hard grain, that's okay. That will be taken care of by
Yes.
frying.
Yes. Okay. Can we move to step? Because we need to deep fry, it takes some time.
Yes, I think you should, yeah.
Okay. Okay, now Kavita and Malikaji were showing how to make the samosa with the tortilla. So this is the tortillas we use. You can get it from Ralph or any tortilla should be fine. These one, yeah, these ones are best for the crunchiness.
These are medium size and thin one. They come with thick one too for quesadillas, but good samosas comes good with thin tortillas.
Okay.
So we have to make it half. Yeah, very good. Yeah. So for some second, we'll keep these in a microwave so that it softens. Then it's easy to fill the stuffing in.
How many seconds?
30 seconds.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So
No, Kavita, just show how you kept it.
Oh,
okay.
here.
So in a napkin, we just put the two tortillas, the one tortilla into two halves. And then we are putting for 30 seconds. With Martlet.
No, okay. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Actually, I can answer you. Anybody?
They're busy making. It's a complicated recipe, right? It's a complicated recipe and we are newbies and we're not teaching you, so.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, we are trying to simplify the process by showing all different steps parallelly.
So these are now soft. It's easy to fill the stuffing in. Okay, we are going to make a triangle shape.
Okay, here we take this warmed up tortilla, make it like a little cone, like ice cream cone, this way. And now we have to put this all together with the glue that we made.
Edible glue.
The edible glue we made. And you can just rub it. Can you see it?
Yeah, I'm focusing.
Apply everywhere so that it doesn't open up in the oil when we are frying.
And make sure the bottom is also closed.
Show the bottom.
Show there. Don't.
Oh,
Show there.
okay. Okay, here.
That is only for you.
Yes. You have to make sure that the bottom is also closed completely. And now take a spoonful of that and then gently stuff it. Don't overstuff it, just enough. And now you need to get more of that glue. Okay. You can apply that around the edges. And you have to close this. And what you do when you're making this, suppose if you're making 8 to 10, first make this all together at one time. Don't start cooking one by one. Take a plate. Huh?
Yeah.
This has to be.
Let's them show one more so that easy. Okay. So when you make a triangle cone, this step is very important. So otherwise everything opens up in the oil.
No, you have to show the paste, right?
The paste, that's okay.
Okay.
Then to put the stuffing in.
So guys, this step, the one where Kavita, she just glued this part. This is really like the trickiest part. Can you show the other side? Yeah, this is the trickiest side. Like right now we have two layers here. One is this one and one was the previous one. So we glue these, we glue these two sides and make sure that until you are satisfied that this won't open up, do not proceed to the next step of filling.
Yeah, that's good. Put more gluing, more the what is this called?
The glue.
The glue.
And
If it is
also,
not sticking properly.
and also I would suggest first 1 or 2 samosas, try to fill less filling so that you have enough room to close it. And as you will get pro into this, you can stuff more with less crunch on the side.
Next is you have to fold it in so that stuffing will be inside, doesn't come out. Okay, here, see.
I have a question because the folded in is of course the perfect way to do it. Can they, if there's enough space, just combine the 2 edges and make it easier?
That can open up actually
Yeah,
sometimes. Even if a needle
Yeah, that's
space.
true. You're right. You're right. I bake mine, so that's different. You're right.
Yeah,
You're
because
right.
if there is a needle spaces left, the
Yes.
oil would seep into the filling and it won't be,
Yes,
good
yes.
too.
You're right. I forgot. I haven't fried in so long.
So next, tuck this one in. And on top, try to close this.
With the glue in the middle.
It should look like this.
Yeah.
Then they have to make this all at one time. That way they can start boiling.
The good part is you don't have to make the one samosa and fry it right away. It's better if you keep it, maybe under a moist muslin cloth. You can keep making these and you can cover it with a, little moist paper towel or a muslin cloth or cheesecloth. And then you have 5 or 7 or whatever amount you want to
10 or
make.
100.
They're saying 100. No,
makes
guys,
like that.
don't try for 100. So then you can fry them all at one time.
So this is ready to fry right now.
So we'll wait for everybody to try this closing of samosa, and let's see whatever problem you face. If you find any problem or you are you can see well what we're doing, so we can make another one then.
Yeah.
I can't wait to taste them already.
I made some yesterday.
So if you guys are ready, we'll start the deep fry.
Okay, so Kavita is making one more for us. So she's filling one more time. So this is 1/3. This is half tortilla, and she folded 1/3 as a triangle, applied this glue we made, and then the other side 1/3 went right on top of it and put enough pressure that both these sides, they glue together without breaking the sides. Make sure that you don't break the side, right? Because it has to go like a cone. Sometimes if we make a crease here, this breaks. So don't make a crease. You have to it's tricky part that you have to press enough that these two sides glue together without breaking the side.
Gentle press, if
Yeah. Enough glue. If your glue is enough sticky, this step gets very easy.
If you have small opening here, you can put more glue to close that hole.
It's little crafty here.
If it opens up in an oil a little bit, that's okay too. But we'll make sure, it closes enough.
It won't come open all the way.
So now Kavita can fill up the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
And I think it's a good idea is to use fingers like Kavita to put the glue.
I know it looks messy, but this is the best way to close the samosa.
Okay, I think the
Okay.
oil is ready.
So looks like we are ready to fry right now.
Okay, so we have Samira right over the
So
stove with hot oil.
Remember the oil, the first time we started in medium, in low, now I changed it to medium high and the oil is actually ready. To test this,
Do you guys want us to wait or you guys are ready?
Oh, okay.
so just to test that the oil is,
So these are the 3 samosas we just prepared. And this is the hot oil and Samira going to do the test.
so I'm just going to drop a small piece of the tortilla. And then when it comes up, that means the oil is ready. So I'm going to deep fry the samosas that we have made. And let them cook 1 minute each way before you're turning it on the other side.
This is the step where you can avoid deep frying. You can go shallow frying, air frying, or baking. So choice of cooking, it can be yours.
1 minute on it.
It's
Now it's 1 minute, so I'm going to turn it to the other side. Be careful when you turn it. You need to make sure that it is brown on both sides. If it is cooking too fast, reduce the flame to medium.
now Samira just reduce the flame because
This is the color you want it. Okay, now we are going to show the end product of how it's going to look, and Parul is going to present that.
Okay, guys, this is we all made together.
So we had multiple sessions of this. So we met together and we practiced, and these are the things that we have done. And
You practiced or you just ate it more often?
yeah, we wanted to have the tea sessions. So, yeah,
I'm waiting for my invite too.
for sure, for sure. So that is it, guys. So now we just prepared ourselves to have everything ready so that every step of the way, if you follow the recipe. This is the end product that you will have. You can enjoy with ketchup, different things. So chutney, yeah. Come over.
Here's a little bit of cilantro chutney.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
nice.
right there. And
We have the
you can eat it with
Maggi.
ketchup as well.
Yes. So bring this. I will take a picture. Yeah,
Just keep it.
yeah. I'm going to. How do I change the
No,
camera?
you cancel the video. Turn on the video.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Oh, wait. Let me wait a minute. I want to get a picture of you guys. Why don't the 4 of you?
Yeah,
Samira, can you go stand with them?
Yeah.
What did
Yeah.
you?
Oh, okay. I don't need to
Yeah,
be.
maybe we will.
No, I want all of you in there and with your samosas. I've lost you though. You need to be a little further back, I think. There you, Samira, I can't see you. There you go.
Okay.
There we are.
Perfect.
Samosa.
Yay.
Oh,
Perfect.
Can you
I'd
guys see
love to
samosa?
take a group photo too. Do other people have their samosas ready, or even if you don't?
Give me. Can you little higher? Let's put this little higher. Samosas are not coming.
Oh.
No, this is too high. What it is.
For anybody that wants to be on the photo, that would be awesome. If you want to show whatever you have or just smile.
And then maybe like this. Maybe button.
Yeah.
Lori, can you say 1, 2, 3 so I'm not talking and trying to click on my desktop?
Okay.
Okay, so if you have your samosa ready, 1,
Oh, wow.
2, 3.
Wait, it didn't work. Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, wait, we're gonna have to do this again. Okay, go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for trying this. It is one of the difficult recipes. If you can do this one, you can do a lot of other Indian recipes.
You can do anything.
Even we have to plan. If we have to make samosas, like my kids ask, I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Like, give me some weeks to make up my mind.
That's the thing with Indian food. It just has so many different steps and ingredients and spices, but so worth it. You guys were amazing, by the way. It was just fun doing it so casually. And I like this team concept, actually. That's
Thank you.
and it's a perfect reflection of the joint family. So I love it.
It all goes to Samir. She's the coordinator.
I have like wonderful friends who help me. Thank you, Parul.
I really like this concept of doing this because I think so. I never participated like this before in pen, so I really like it. It's good.
Samira, on behalf of the Palos Verdes Peninsula High School PTSA Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, I am pleased to deliver this to you, a specially made ceramic pot made by Gus Sampras, who lives in Rolling Hills. I put the cuttings in from my garden, so I will drop
That's
that
very
off to
sweet.
you later.
Really nice.
So thank you so much. We greatly appreciate all your time and the expertise of Team Samosa here. And thank you to everybody for coming today. And I hope you enjoyed it. And join us next year. This is our final one for the year. So next year, if you have any particular dish you'd like to share, we welcome you. A repeat of something else. So thank you so much. And thank you to our Zoom host, Lana O'Shea, our Executive Vice President, for hosting all of these, and to Sangeeta for helping with the coordination, and to Kavita, Parul, and Malika for all of their help today. It was really fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.